Have you ever found yourself inexplicably drawn to someone, even when every alarm bell in your mind was screaming danger? It's a question that has puzzled poets, philosophers, and probably you at some point. We've all been there, tangled up in a relationship that, on paper, seems completely wrong. Yet, the magnetic pull is undeniable, almost intoxicating. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating, sometimes frustrating, psychology behind this phenomenon. Why do we fall for the wrong people? Get ready, because the answers are truly mind-blowing. First, let's define our terms. Toxic attraction isn't just a bad relationship, it's a profound, often destructive pull towards individuals or dynamics that consistently undermine our well-being. It's that cycle where highs are euphoric, lows are devastating, and the overall pattern leaves you feeling drained, confused, and less like yourself. This isn't about minor disagreements, it's about a fundamental mismatch that repeatedly causes harm, yet somehow, you just can't seem to break free. It's a powerful, perplexing force, wouldn't you agree? Our journey into understanding toxic attraction begins, surprisingly, in childhood. Those formative years, our very first relationships with primary caregivers, lay down a powerful blueprint for how we perceive and engage in love. It's a subconscious map, guiding us towards what feels familiar, even if familiar meant chaos, unpredictability, or emotional unavailability. This early programming creates a powerful filter through which we interpret future romantic connections, making some dynamics feel strangely right, even when they are inherently unhealthy. This is where attachment theory steps in, offering incredible insights. Developed by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, it suggests we develop distinct attachment styles based on how our early needs were met. Secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, these are the lenses through which we view intimacy. Understanding your own style, and that of your partner, is an absolute game changer. For example, an anxiously attached individual might be drawn to an avoidant partner, creating a dynamic of constant pursuit and withdrawal, a painful, yet familiar, dance. Let's explore the most common wrong person dynamic, the anxious-avoidant trap. Anxiously attached individuals often crave intense closeness and reassurance, fearing abandonment. They might interpret a partner's distance as a sign of their own unworthiness. Meanwhile, avoidantly attached people value independence, finding too much intimacy stifling. They pull back when closeness increases. Voila! You have a perfect storm, one person chasing, the other retreating, both validating their deepest fears. It's a painful dance, fueled by unresolved past wounds. Then there's disorganized attachment, often linked to inconsistent or frightening early caregiving. Individuals with this style desire intimacy but also deeply fear it, exhibiting unpredictable push-pull behaviors. One moment, they're seeking connection, the next, they're pushing you away, creating immense confusion and instability. This can be incredibly attractive to someone who thrives on intensity or is used to chaotic dynamics, even if it leads to profound pain. It's a difficult, complex dance, rooted in early trauma, making trust a monumental challenge. Beyond attachment styles, we're powerfully driven by familiarity. Our brains are wired to find comfort in what's known, even if that known is inherently unhealthy. If your childhood involved unpredictable caregivers or turbulent relationships, you might, unconsciously, seek out partners who replicate those dynamics. It's a deep-seated familiarity bias, where the chaos feels like home, while genuine calm and stability can actually feel strange, boring, or even suspicious. It's not logical, it's primal. This is a core reason why breaking these cycles is so challenging. Sigmund Freud brilliantly termed this repetition compulsion. It's the unconscious drive to repeat past traumas or unresolved conflicts in new relationships, hoping for a different, more positive outcome this time. It's as if our psyche is trying to rewrite history, to finally win the love or validation we missed out on. But without conscious awareness and intervention, we often just reenact the same painful scripts with different actors. It's a deeply rooted pattern, and breaking it requires profound self-reflection, a true journey inward. Now, let's talk about something incredibly insidious: trauma bonding. This is an intense emotional connection developed through cycles of abuse, devaluing, and positive reinforcement. The abuser alternates between cruelty and kindness, creating a powerful, addictive cycle. The victim becomes deeply attached, confusing the intense highs with true love and the lows with something they can fix. It's not just psychological, it's a neurochemical trap, making it incredibly difficult to escape. This is where the brain science gets mind-blowing. Love, especially in its early, intense stages, activates the same neural pathways as addiction. Dopamine, the reward chemical, floods our brains, creating feelings of euphoria and intense craving. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, deepens attachment. In a toxic dynamic, the unpredictable nature of the rewards, those fleeting moments of kindness amidst the chaos, keeps the dopamine system on high alert, making the relationship feel incredibly potent and hard to let go of. It's a powerful cocktail. The concept of intermittent reinforcement is crucial here. Imagine a slot machine. If it paid out every time, it would lose its thrill. But if it pays out sometimes, unpredictably, you keep pulling that lever. In toxic relationships, the abuser offers unpredictable bursts of affection, kindness, or promises, interspersed with neglect or cruelty. These rewards are just enough to keep hope alive, trapping the victim in a relentless pursuit of the next positive interaction, making it incredibly hard to see the pattern. It's a brilliant, albeit cruel, psychological manipulation. A pervasive factor in falling for wrong people is often low self-esteem. When we don't truly value ourselves, we become vulnerable to accepting less than we deserve. We might believe that this toxic love is all we can get, or that we need to earn love through endless effort and sacrifice. A partner who devalues us might even reinforce existing negative beliefs we hold about ourselves. This vulnerability creates a perfect storm for attraction to individuals who mirror those insecurities, perpetuating a painful cycle. This is a classic wrong person pairing. Empaths, highly sensitive individuals who deeply feel the emotions of others, are often irresistibly drawn to narcissists. Narcissists, on the other hand, lack empathy and thrive on admiration and control. The empath sees the wounded child within the narcissist, believing they can heal them with their immense love and understanding. The narcissist, in turn, finds a perfect supply of adoration and emotional labor. It's a devastating dance that leaves the empath utterly depleted, while the narcissist remains unchanged. Sometimes, we fall in love not with the person standing before us, but with an idealized version we've projected onto them. Projection is a psychological defense mechanism where we attribute our own unconscious traits, desires, or unresolved issues onto others. We see what we desperately want to see, or what fills a void within us, ignoring glaring realities. This creates a fantasy bond that is fragile and doomed to shatter once the true person emerges from behind our projected image. It's truly fascinating how our minds play these tricks. Enter cognitive dissonance. This is the uncomfortable mental state we experience when we hold conflicting beliefs, values, or attitudes, or when our actions contradict our beliefs. In toxic relationships, we often ignore undeniable red flags and rationalize a partner's bad behavior to maintain the illusion of a good relationship, or to avoid the pain of admitting we've made a bad choice. Our brain works overtime to reduce this discomfort, often by minimizing the negative or blaming ourselves. It's an incredible defense mechanism, but it keeps us stuck. Let's not forget societal pressures. We're bombarded with romantic narratives in movies, books, and social media that often idealize intense, tumultuous relationships as the epitome of true love. The idea of fighting for love, of overcoming drama, can be glamorized, leading us to believe that passion must equal pain. This societal script can make healthy, stable love seem boring, or less epic, inadvertently pushing us towards chaotic dynamics that mirror these dramatic storylines. It's a subtle, yet powerful, influence on our romantic choices. For some, the initial thrill of the chase, the push and pull, the will they, won't they dynamic, can be incredibly addictive. This intense uncertainty triggers a potent cocktail of neurochemicals, including adrenaline and dopamine, creating a powerful feeling of excitement and anticipation. This spark can be mistaken for genuine chemistry or deep love, even if the underlying dynamic is fundamentally unhealthy. We're drawn to the drama, the highs, often misinterpreting a roller coaster of emotions for true passion. Unresolved grief or past losses can also unconsciously steer us towards wrong people. We might seek out partners who resemble a lost loved one, or who offer a distraction from our pain. The intensity of a new, often volatile, relationship can mask deeper emotional wounds, providing a temporary escape rather than true healing. This isn't a conscious choice, but a subconscious attempt to fill a void, often leading to relationships built on an unstable foundation of unaddressed sorrow. At the core of many unhealthy attractions lies a profound fear of abandonment. This primal fear can make us cling to relationships, even deeply damaging ones, simply to avoid the perceived agony of being alone. The thought of solitude can feel more terrifying than enduring poor treatment. This fear can drive us to tolerate the intolerable, to minimize abuse, and to continually seek validation from someone who consistently withholds it, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of unworthiness. It's a vicious cycle that demands our attention. Conversely, some individuals, often those with avoidant or disorganized attachment, might unconsciously gravitate towards unavailable or wrong partners as a way to maintain emotional distance and protect themselves from true intimacy. They crave connection, but also deeply fear the vulnerability that comes with it. By choosing partners who cannot truly meet their needs, they inadvertently ensure a safe emotional distance, perpetuating a cycle of unsatisfying relationships that never quite reach genuine depth. It's a tragic paradox. So, how do we break free from this powerful gravity? The first, and arguably most crucial step, is recognizing the patterns. Look back at your relationship history. Do you see recurring themes? Are you repeatedly drawn to similar types of individuals or dynamics? Do your relationships tend to follow a familiar trajectory of intensity, followed by disappointment or pain? Acknowledging these patterns, without judgment, is the brave first step towards self-awareness and, ultimately, liberation. It's truly empowering to see the truth. One of the most powerful tools for recognition is self-reflection through journaling. Write down your feelings, your partner's behaviors, the triggers, the highs, the lows. What did you feel before, during, and after interactions? This practice helps you observe your own emotional landscape and the dynamics at play from a more objective distance. Over time, you'll start to see the threads, the commonalities, and the painful truths that your subconscious has been trying to tell you. It's like becoming your own detective. What specific words, actions, or situations hook you? Do certain compliments feel too good to be true, yet you crave them? Do moments of distance or unavailability send you into a panic? Understanding your personal triggers, those raw nerves that get activated, is vital. These triggers often point back to unhealed wounds or unmet needs from childhood. By identifying them, you gain power. You can then choose how to respond, rather than react impulsively, breaking the automatic cycle. If low self-esteem is a magnet for toxic attraction, then building inner worth is your shield. This isn't about arrogance, it's about a deep, unwavering belief in your inherent value. Focus on self-care, set healthy boundaries, pursue passions, and celebrate small victories. Challenge negative self-talk. The more you genuinely love and respect yourself, the less tolerant you become of anything less than healthy, respectful love from others. You teach others how to treat you by how you treat yourself. For many, especially those dealing with deep-seated trauma, attachment wounds, or patterns of repetition compulsion, professional help is an absolute game-changer. A skilled therapist can provide a safe space to explore past experiences, identify attachment styles, process trauma, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. They can offer objective insights and guide you through the often complex journey of healing. There's no shame in seeking support, it's a profound act of self-love and courage. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, they're about defining your space and protecting your energy. Learning to say no, to articulate your needs, and to enforce consequences when boundaries are crossed, is transformative. In toxic dynamics, boundaries are often non-existent or constantly violated. Reclaiming your power means clearly communicating what you will and will not tolerate, and then standing firm. It's challenging at first, but incredibly liberating, truly empowering. Breaking the cycle of toxic attraction is an active, ongoing process. It involves conscious choices to respond differently to familiar triggers, to choose self-respect over immediate gratification, and to embrace healthy relationships that might, at first, feel boring because they lack the intense drama you're used to. It's about retraining your brain, your heart, and your nervous system to seek out and appreciate stable, secure connection. This takes time, patience, and incredible resilience. Healthy relationships thrive on clear, honest, and respectful communication. This means expressing your feelings without blame, actively listening to your partner, and engaging in constructive conflict resolution. In toxic dynamics, communication often involves manipulation, gaslighting, or passive aggression. Learning and practicing healthy communication skills is crucial for fostering genuine connection and preventing misunderstandings from escalating into deeper rifts. It's a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. Once you've done the inner work, you become much better at spotting red flags early. These aren't just quirks, they are warning signals that indicate potential issues. Pay attention to how a person treats service staff, their past relationship patterns, their consistency, and how they respond to your boundaries. Don't rationalize away these initial feelings of discomfort. Your intuition is a powerful guide. Trusting your gut can save you immense heartache down the line, so listen closely. Just as important as spotting red flags are recognizing green flags. These are indicators of a healthy, supportive partner and relationship. Look for consistency, empathy, respect, good communication, shared values, and emotional stability. A partner who respects your boundaries, encourages your growth, and truly listens to you is a treasure. Healthy relationships might not always feel like a dramatic movie, but they offer something far more valuable: peace, security, and genuine joy. It's a beautiful, calm space. Falling for the wrong person often comes with immense guilt and shame. But remember, you are not to blame for being drawn into complex psychological dynamics, especially if they are rooted in childhood experiences or trauma. Healing involves releasing this self-blame. You did the best you could with the tools you had at the time. Embrace self-compassion, learn from the experience, and forgive yourself for past choices. This act of self-forgiveness is a vital step on the path to true liberation. As you heal, your definition of love will likely transform. You'll move beyond the idealized, dramatic notions to appreciate quiet consistency, mutual respect, and genuine partnership. Healthy love isn't about constant highs, it's about shared values, emotional safety, and a deep sense of belonging. It might feel different, perhaps even less exciting initially, but it offers a far more sustainable and fulfilling connection. It's a profound shift, from needing chaos to craving calm. Remember, healing and growth are not linear. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and perhaps even times when old patterns resurface. This is perfectly normal. The key is to approach these moments with self-compassion, re-engage your tools, and continue your commitment to self-awareness. This journey is a lifelong process of learning, evolving, and refining your understanding of yourself and what you truly deserve in love. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Ultimately, the power to break free from toxic attraction lies within you. You have the power to choose self-awareness over denial, self-respect over self-abandonment, and healthy love over destructive patterns. It's a courageous act to look inward, to heal old wounds, and to intentionally cultivate relationships that nourish your soul. This journey is one of the most important you will ever embark on, and it leads to a profound sense of peace and authentic happiness. What an incredible realization! So, while falling in love with the wrong people can feel like a mystifying trap, it's rooted in understandable psychological and neurobiological processes. But understanding these processes is the first step towards reclaiming your agency. You deserve a love that uplifts you, respects you, and allows you to flourish. By doing the deep, transformative work, you can shift your destiny, break free from the patterns, and finally, truly embrace the healthy, fulfilling love that you are truly worthy of. Thank you for joining me on this profound journey.